Welcome to Tangled Webs of Family. I'm so glad you're here with us today. This channel is all about exploring the complexities of family relationships, the challenges we face, and the lessons we learn along the way. If you find value in these stories and insights, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a new video. Let's dive into today's topic.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had the chance to change everything, but chose to keep it a secret? What would you do if your family turned on you demanding everything you have, if they knew the truth? I won the lottery, but no one can know. Not my relatives, not my friends, no one. Because if they knew, they'd take it all. Maybe it's wrong to keep it hidden, but maybe it's the only way to protect what matters most. I never expected this to happen. My life had always been a series of small struggles, living paycheck to paycheck, scraping by just to make sure my wife and little girl had what they needed. But on that rainy evening, everything changed. The numbers I had scratched off on a whim matched the ones on the screen. I couldn't believe it. I'd won the lottery. It wasn't a huge jackpot, but it was enough to escape the grind, to give my family a better life. For a moment, I was euphoric. I thought about all the things I could do, pay off debts, move to a nicer place, finally take my wife on that vacation we had always dreamed about. But then a creeping thought entered my mind. A thought I couldn't shake. What would happen if my family found out? My family, oh how they looked down on me. They had always treated me like I was less than them. My cousins were living their high life, constantly boasting about their achievements, their vacations to exotic places, their fancy cars. Every family gathering felt like an exam where I always failed. They'd never understood my struggles. I was the quiet one, the disappointment in their eyes. If they knew I'd won, I wouldn't be the underdog anymore. I'd be a target. They'd come after me with open hands, expecting their share of my good fortune. The thought of them asking for money, the thought of them using me, using my success to fuel their own greed, made my stomach turn. I can't let them know. They'll use me. They'll take everything. They won't care about me, only about the money. I have to keep this secret. For my own good, for my family's good. But why does it feel so wrong? And so, I kept the secret. I locked the ticket away, tucked it in a drawer where no one would ever find it. No one, not my parents, not my cousins, not even my closest friends could know. I would smile and nod at family gatherings, pretending that everything was fine, pretending I was just like them. But the weight of this secret began to grow heavier each day. Every time I sat in a room with them, I could feel their eyes on me, their judgment. They didn't know what I had, but they saw me as someone who hadn't made it yet, someone who was still just scraping by. They still treated me like I was invisible, like I was the lesser cousin, but I was anything but. One day, at another family gathering, things took a turn. My daughter, sweet little Emily, was standing in the corner, quietly playing with her dolls, her head down. Her cousins, with their new clothes and expensive toys, started laughing at her. "Look at Emily's clothes," one of them teased. "Her dad still can't afford to buy her something new." My blood ran cold. I watched as Emily tried to shrink into herself, trying to disappear. She had never known anything different, never understood why her cousins had new clothes while she wore the same dress for months. It was just a small thing, but it hurt more than I could bear. They didn't know what it was like. How hard I worked, how much I sacrificed just to make sure she had food on the table. And here they were, mocking her for something she had no control over. This is why I hide it. This is why I keep the secret. They'll never stop. They'll mock her, tear her down for things that aren't even her fault. I want to protect her. I want to give her better. But if I reveal it, if I show them, will it really help? Or will they just take from me? I wanted to lash out. I wanted to shout at them for the way they treated my little girl, for the way they mocked her. But I didn't. I stayed silent. I had to. If they knew the truth, they wouldn't care about me or Emily. They'd just see a way to get what they wanted. Days turned into weeks and the pressure to reveal my secret only grew. Every time I looked at Emily, every time I saw her cowering in the corner at a family gathering, I questioned myself. Was I doing the right thing? Was keeping this secret worth the emotional toll it was taking on me? Was I doing the right thing by protecting myself, or was I just being selfish? I could feel the lies weighing on me. I could feel the distance growing between me and my wife. I kept telling myself I was doing this for her, for Emily. But deep down, I knew I was lying to myself. One evening, everything came to a head. My wife looked at me, her eyes full of confusion and worry. "What is this I'm hearing?" she asked, holding up her phone. It was a message from one of my cousins asking if it was true that I'd won the lottery. My heart sank. Somehow the secret was slipping out. So it's happening. They know. I can't hide anymore, but what will happen now? Will they come for me? Will they destroy everything? I looked at my wife, trying to find the words to explain. But how could I explain? How could I tell her that the family we'd been trying to protect was about to be torn apart because of my secret? I wanted to tell her everything, but the fear gripped me. Would she think I was a fool? Would she be angry that I kept this from her? I didn't know, but I couldn't keep running from the truth. I couldn't hide anymore. I had to face what was coming, no matter how painful it might be. As I sit here now, I wonder if I've made the right choice. Should I have kept the secret, or should I have told them everything? Would it have made a difference, or would it have led to the same result? More demands, more manipulation, more greed. What's the right thing to do? Do I reveal the truth and risk it all, or do I keep this burden to myself, protecting my family from the chaos they would bring? Am I doing the right thing by keeping it a secret? Should I have trusted them, or was it wise to hide it from the beginning? Thank you for joining me today on Tangled Webs of Family. If you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, torn between family loyalty and self-preservation, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How would you handle it if your family started to expect more than you could give? Is keeping a secret the right thing to do, or is honesty always the best policy? Please leave a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Tangled Webs of Family for more real stories, honest discussions, and the complexities of family life. Thank you for being here, and take care.
Thank you for joining me today on Tangled Webs of Family. This story was tough to share, and I know many of you might be asking, what would you do in my situation? Have you ever been betrayed by the people you trusted the most? How do you handle the aftermath of a betrayal when there's a life involved? If you face similar challenges, or if you have advice on how to heal after such a deep betrayal, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Tangled Webs of Family for more stories, real-life experiences, and honest discussions about the complexities of love, friendship, and family. Thank you for being part of this journey, and take care.